Morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. It is Saturday, and although I normally would sleep late, my daughter decided to wake me up at 7 a.m. Thank you, daughter, but that's okay. I got to speak with my grandson, my granddaughter a little bit. You know, she was a little cranky, but that's okay. They were going to the gym today. So, yeah, good times. But I got up and I got some coffee and did some stuff and yeah, let the dogs out. All the things, right? All the things. So I was reminded that there is a cards and community event today. I had no idea. Well, I obviously did because I responded to it, but I forgot we had an event today. So I'm kind of excited for that because I didn't really have anything planned for today. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why you need to know that. Anyway, let's get the energies for today. Energies for today. Nine of Cups. I love this. I love this for us. It's like all the things that you want to do, you're doing. And they're all different, right? So we talk about the Nine of Cups. In this deck, we're talking about fulfillment. Just being fulfilled with what you're doing, right? And it changes over time, right? Look at all the different vases, I'm not sure how to say that, but all of the different cups that he has made over his lifetime. And so minimalist, right? He's just focused on, he's like in the flow of what he does, and it's just super fulfilled. I love that for us. I love that. I tell my clients all the time, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. All the cliches that I was told when I was younger, that I hated hearing. And then now that we've been talking a lot about belief systems, I bring up these little cliches and I'm like, so who decided that? Like, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. It depends on your definition of work, right? Because what I do is draining. It's very, I put a lot of effort into it. So some might call that work. I don't call it work because it fulfills me, right? So finding your life's purpose, finding your values, living your values, being fulfilled from the inside out. I also tell my clients, I'm very big on them learning their values and their deal breakers lists and stuff like that, because if you're not living your values, that's when things like drugs and alcohol come into play, right? Because there's a hole that needs to be filled. And if you can fill it from the inside out, then you don't have to worry about drugs and alcohol. Anyway, that's how I approach substance use. Anyway, this isn't about substance use. This is about being fulfilled. We are in that fulfilled energy today, and I love that. I love that. And the fact that I have one of my events that I love is going to help with that for sure. What else do we have to say about today? Five of Cups, feeling left out. So to get back to the readings as they were this week, this kind of ties into that. Been so focused on what you've lost that you didn't remember what you still had left, right? But you have to allow that, guys. You have to allow it. You have to allow the grief. But don't forget that there's two cups in the background. And I love that there's like little lights on them too. Honor it, grieve it, and move on from it. Right? And I think we're doing that. We might be in the grief moment. Knight of Pentacles, not moving very fast, right? That person is just gathering and reflecting on the resources that they do have. So this paired with the Five of Cups, seeing what you've lost, but then remembering what you've gained. Right, being grateful for the experience. I actually had the last sound bath in my clients in my job yesterday. I had done sound bath every Friday for going on like 7-8 months, and they decided to switch it. They want me to do something else during that time. So we had a goodbye to sound bath where we talked about. It's not so much about the loss as looking at it as a completion, right? This is completing the cycle of what we were doing, and we're going to honor it. We're going to grieve it. We're going to move on from it, right? And I feel like this is that part, right? The honoring it and the being okay with it, right? Being okay with it, being grateful for the experience, and grieving a little bit about the experience leaving, but still yet being fulfilled because there's more to come. There's more to come, right? And that experience will stay with you for the rest of your life, right? It's not something that will ever, a lot of people had never heard of sound bath before. So I've introduced, probably at least hundreds, if not thousands, of people to what a sound bath is, and I may have put them on a path, right? That may have been information that changed the trajectory of their lives. Who knows, right? It could be a smile at a cashier at a grocery store that you change the trajectory of their life for the day. You never know. You never know what that is. The Empress, being compassionate, being gracious, being nurturing, and letting things gestate, right? So we talk about the Empress is usually pregnant, but it might be the beginning of the pregnancy. It might be the beginning of new ideas and letting things gestate and allowing that time. I like that we're allowing that time, right? We're fulfilled. We've lost something. We're going to honor it and remember it, but then now we're going to let the new ideas come. I love that. Love that for us. What advice do we have for all this? Not that we need any, but what advice? And I realized yesterday I forgot to do the advice card. I thought that was interesting. Advice for today. Knight of Cups in the reverse. 2 knights today. Interesting. 2 knights. But the Knight of Cups would be that offer of love, right? And maybe you're pulling back, or maybe you're going to sit back and wait for the next situation to arrive, or maybe the person that you thought was the one is not the one, or maybe you've taken a step back, considering your options, or maybe that person has pulled back. Some energies have changed and shifted, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe, so it's advice card. Maybe it's advising you to pull back and review your options. I had a conversation with a coworker yesterday talking about certain things, and he was telling me that, just do this, that, or the other thing to repair. And I said, I'm not sure I want to repair. I'm not sure that this situation matches my frequency anymore, right? Have I outgrown? Have I gotten what I'm supposed to get? Is it time to move on? I'm not sure. Right? But pull back and consider your options and see where you're at. And decide if this is for me still, right? When we're on a healing path, those of us that I was talking with him yesterday, and he was even saying, everybody's path is different. So when I say that the healing journey never ends, that's how it works for me. It might not work that way for everybody else. And I kind of needed that reminder, right? Because I was thinking, if I'm constantly on this healing path and my frequency is constantly changing, then the people in my life are going to constantly change if they're not changing too. And that kind of made me sad, right? Because it's like, God, is anybody ever going to stay? And I suspect there will, right? I can't be the only person in the world where that's the case. But yeah, being open to the possibility of other people's paths might be that they reach a certain point in their healing and they stop. And that's okay. What we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is Nine of Swords in the reverse. So the end of that overthinking, right? The letting it go, if you will. Just letting it go. Just allowing the rumination to stop, right? You might be ruminating. You have to maybe remind yourself to stop, right? All these swords coming up. All these thoughts, all these different things, like what I was just talking about, right? The whole thing about the conversation I had with a coworker yesterday. Have those conversations, but don't live there, right? Don't live there. We talked earlier in the week about the grass seeds and spreading your energy everywhere. Don't live there. Honor it, grieve it, let the new ideas come. You might be in that liminal space where it's kind of a void, kind of a limbo. For a Taurus, that's excruciating, but allow it. Allow it to be there and don't ruminate. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Take care. We'll chat tomorrow.